Who knows that word? Turn sideways for me.
Okay.
Who recognizes it? Nobody? 2 people in here have heard of flower power? 3?
3 white people.
So this guy named Allen Ginsberg is the one that coined that phrase. Now, Ginsberg was a beat poet. You see, beat poetry was the thing that led to the 60s, led to the hippies. 1955, he wrote this poem called Howl. Howl was something that he came up with while he was in a mental institution. He wrote it to his buddy, Carl Solomon. Now, Solomon and him had some problems, but you see, the government, they like to take things that they think are broken and fix them. I say he wasn't broken. I say that he was free in his mind. He's the one that moved people forward. He's the one that was that spark, and he died 20 years ago. Now, you may ask, why would I pick something from 1955? See, my mom was a journalism major, and while I was a little kid, I was raised up on the food that came out of the pages of different books, anthologies. I read Ginsberg. I read Longfellow. I read Shel Silverstein. These are things that my mom made sure I had in my head as I grew up to form my thoughts on what was wrong and what was right and what was good and what was bad. So now we're going to take a little journey together, a trip if you will. Let me get everybody to come with me on this little one because we're going to take a little move back. Disney World opened. Guinness wrote the first book of records. Rosa Parks got arrested. Emmett Till got murdered. The Vietnam War started. This year is 1955. So let me get you guys to take a little journey back with me. So we're going to have a little fun.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Howl starts out, I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves through the Negro streets of dawn looking for an angry fix, angel-headed hipsters burning for the ancient heavenly connection to the starry dynamo and the machinery of night, who poverty and tatters and hollowed-eyed and high sat up smoking in the supernatural darkness of cold water flats, floating across tops of cities, contemplating jazz, who bared their brains to heaven under the L and saw Mohammedan angels staggering on tenement roofs illuminated, who passed through universities with radiant, cool eyes, hallucinating Arkansas and Blake-like tragedy among the scholars of war, who were expelled from the academies for crazy and publishing obscene odes on the windows of the skull. This man began a movement with words. That spark died out 20 years ago. He raged on against the government. He raged on about people taking round pegs and trying to stuff them into square holes. He saw the schools, the universities as nothing more than a machine to crank people out for their ends. Not giving people enlightenment, but taking it away from them. 20 years ago, the spark died out. The things that he was upset about still happen today. And what you need to ask yourselves is, are you going to be hamsters stuck in the loop? Or are you going to move on? Are you going to be that spark that sets off the next flame?
Excellent. Yeah, man.